Damn.
Hey y'all, Zach here. And hey, but before we get into today's video, I would like to quickly promote my workout program, right? This is a program I designed myself, and it's the one that helped me get to a 405 squat within a month and a half of training, right? Here's me doing that right here. Finally. Again, it's only $5, less than a Big Mac, but more fulfilling, right? And I also want to thank the dudes who've been tipping me, right? You're just pretty much telling me that my workout program is like cheap and it's not valued at what it should be. I really appreciate you, I really do. But I will always keep it at $5. It's a promise I made to you guys, right? I'm, dude who didn't really come from a really nice background with a lot of money. So if you're out there, struggling, but you want a good workout program that's very affordable, it's mine. I even have payment plans on there. There were some people who made some payment plans on it, right? Like giving me $250. It is what it is. That's how I designed it. I want it to be affordable for you guys, but I also want to give you good quality. So, all right, getting straight back into the video. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I can pull in the mid 600s, right? My PR is currently 635. I've been training deadlift for about a year and a half, right? And about 2 months ago, I had the bright idea to be like, man, maybe I should give squats a try, right? As someone who's been training and doing powerlifting for about 2 years now, I kind of just stayed away from squats, right? I remember when I was doing plyometrics, right? You could probably go all the way down to my older videos and you see me dunking. Back then I was just doing plyometrics, and I've always thought like, man, if I'm bounty now by just doing these explosive box jump exercises, I wonder what would happen if I started squatting or doing strength training or whatnot, right? So I remember I got under a Smith machine squat rack and I started squatting, and the last thing I remember was my back was in immense pain, and then from then on I had like chronic low back pain. So I pretty much stayed away from squats, right? It even took me a while to get into deadlifts, right? And then you know how that is. I fell in love with it, and now I'm elite in my category, or bodyweight category. But I was like, about 2 months ago, I had the brightest idea, like, why not try squats, right? And I also was like, I could deadlift 635, right? So that means I have pretty strong legs, right? I'm pretty much strong overall. So I assumed that, I got 405 easy. I even had a lot of other people tell me, oh, you got 405 squat easily. I was like, hell yeah, dude. No, I did not, right? I'll see if I can find a video of me failing 405 for the first time. Very humbling experience. All right, bro. So you guys probably wondering, man, you're strong at deadlifts, you're strong at bench, but I never see you squat. Nigga, I'm 6'4", bro. My femurs are like long as shit. It takes like 2 to 3 business days for it to come up. This is literally my 3rd ever squat session. And yeah, we're gonna see if I can hit 405, bro. Ooh, I am not excited, holy shit. All right, let me get some music on now.
Damn.
Right? I did not have that shit. I remember even getting under 315 for the first time. I was like, oh, this is different. This is different. I can press 315 off my chest like it's nothing, right? Here's an example of me doing that right here. $315 looks like nothing to me, right? $315 on my back, that was a different kind of story. I was like, oh shit, this is heavy. This is really heavy. And I don't think I even hit depth on that video or in that video. I don't think I have that video because of just how pathetic it was for me. My first time squatting. I'll see if I can find it. If I find it, I'll have it right here. All right, bro, 315. Nothing crazy, I hope. Okay. But yeah, it was not good at all. Yeah, I didn't have 405 at all. And funny enough, I actually looked up, this is what was kind of hyping me up about like getting into squats was, okay, what does a 635 pound deadlift equate to when it comes to squats, right? And on Google, apparently it's like 500, 510, a little over that. So I was like, oh shit, I might even have 500 in my first squat session. And little did I know, like I was gonna be humbled. I was gonna be really, really humbled, right? I like having weight on your back is very different. Like it's very different. Like I have, physical therapists who told me it was like deadlift and squats are hand to hand, but he chose squats when it came to the true exercise that shows pure strength, right? Because he was like, having weight on your back and coming down, going down and coming back up with it, that tells me you're a pretty bad motherfucker, right? And I almost, I disagreed with him for a second because I'm like, dude, no, conventional is literally the definition of pure strength, because you're picking something from a dead stop and lifting it, right? But then again, I didn't experience the squat, right? I've never really tried squats out. And after, squatting, my mind and opinions have probably, shifted a little bit, right? Because, yeah, it is pretty different. Having weight on your back changes things a lot. And it's a huge mental thing, too. Deadlifts is obviously, too. But having something on your back, and the biggest cue for squatting is to be patient, right? Because when you walk that squat out, your whole thing is, I want to get this over with immediately, right? And I still have that problem, right? Even a month and a half, 2 months into squatting, I'm still like kind of rushing things, right? Like here's me squatting 405 right now, right? You could tell I was shaking. I was not really controlling the bar properly, and I just wanted to get over with. But I am trying to take my time as much as possible. I'm trying to brace. And still, even with this kind of preparation, I want that thing off me. As you can see in the walkout, I was like, yo, get this shit off me, right? But yeah, no, deadlifts, I would say it helps speed up my squat journey, because again, 405 is a lot more rare than I thought it was, right? Here's the statistics up here. It's like 3 in 25,000 people can squat. That's rare. Funny enough, it's rarer than a 585 deadlift. And a 6-plate deadlift, you're not really seeing a lot of people deadlift that kind of amount of weight unless you go to like a warehouse gym or an explicit powerlifting gym, right? And again, I deadlift over 600 pounds consistently, right? That's just, then again, we also got to talk about my anatomy, right? I'm more built for deadlifts. Obviously, I have longer limbs. I have, shorter torso and stuff like that. So I'm more built for deadlifts, right? Whereas bench or a squat is, kind of it's a punishing exercise for me because of my longer femurs, right? Like it's like a 3 business day trip going up and down. So that is going against me. But I would say that my 635-pound deadlift did help me accelerate in getting a better, bigger squat pretty fast. Because again, 405 in a month and a half of squatting is very above average. And it did help, but it didn't equate to a big squat immediately, right? Like again, if you want to learn to get better at squats, you just need to start squatting, right? The accessories are awesome, but you actually need to do the exercise itself to get better at squats, because squats is probably one of the most technical exercises ever, right? You gotta learn how to brace. You gotta really learn to take your time with it, right? Patience is the biggest cue when it comes to squats, because if you're rushing stuff, something bad can happen, right? But yeah, that's today's video. I really thought I was gonna have a bigger squat going into it. It was just me being naive, but that's not how it works, right? Kind of my same mindset with having a bigger bench. I was like, oh, my overhead press would probably be insane, right? And that's just not how it worked out at all, right? But again, that's the cool thing about the gym. You get in there, you might suck at it, but you just, as long as you keep investing in yourself, you're gonna get a good return out of it, right? And that's what I love about the gym. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave them down below. And how much is your squat? How much can you squat, right? What's your 1 rep max? Leave that down below too. And I really appreciate you guys and hope you guys have a good day.